She landed with a passport from a country that doesn't exist. I never imagined I would witness something so strange, so utterly inexplicable. Picture a bustling international airport, filled with the constant hum of rolling suitcases, echoing announcements, and hurried footsteps. Hundreds of travelers rush past, each absorbed in their own schedules, conversations, and distractions. And in the middle of it all, a woman approached the customs desk, with a passport from a country that simply didn't exist. Her name was Anna. She moved with a calm certainty that seemed almost unreal, as though she were walking through a world she fully understood, while everyone else around her was stumbling through shadows. There was something mesmerizing in the way she held herself. Not arrogance, not nervousness, but a strange, quiet assurance that drew eyes without her asking for it. The officer at the desk glanced at her passport and froze. He squinted, leaned closer, tapping on the screen as if the holograms might suddenly explain themselves. "Where is this country?" he asked, his voice low and tense, almost as if speaking the words aloud might make them vanish. Anna smiled. "Excuse me? It's my country," she said softly, in a tone that suggested both politeness and an unspoken secret. The officer frowned, tapping and typing furiously into every system he had. His colleague leaned over and whispered, "Have you ever seen anything like this before?" Passengers started noticing. Phones emerged from pockets. Whispers spread like wildfire. Some laughed nervously, unsure if it was a joke. Others simply stared, caught between disbelief and fascination. Anna remained calm, friendly, almost unnervingly so, as if the growing chaos around her did not exist. But the truth was that her passport was from no known country. No records, no flights, no maps, nothing at all. And yet the passport looked real. Holograms shimmered under the harsh fluorescent lights. Embossed lettering caught the eye. Stamps from cities that did not exist in any atlas added a sense of strange realism. She handed it over with a steady hand, deliberate, almost ceremonial in her precision. Crowds murmured, leaning closer, trying to glimpse the pages. Phones emerged from all around. Within moments, videos were being filmed and uploaded, shared faster than the human eye could track. Social media erupted. Woman enters U.S. with passport from non-existent country. Airport confused by mysterious passport. Is this real or a hoax? The security team attempted every protocol, every scan, every database, every contact with higher authorities. Yet everything came back empty. The passport was perfect in every way, yet completely untraceable. Hours passed. Crowds grew restless. Some murmured in frustration, others stared in awe. Anna sipped her coffee calmly, watching the scene unfold as though she were observing an art piece being assembled. She wasn't hiding anything, yet everyone else was consumed by confusion, curiosity, and disbelief. Officers asked questions, their voices low, uncertain. "Why is your country not listed anywhere?" "It's new," she replied softly, her faint smile carrying a weight of something unspoken, something almost otherworldly. The terminal transformed into something unreal. What had begun as a normal morning flight turned into a scene from a thriller, filled with whispers of spies, secret experiments, and parallel worlds. Some passengers speculated quietly about hidden lands, invisible borders, and places forgotten by history. Others joked, trying to mask the edge of fear that had crept in as they watched her move, unnervingly calm and measured. Even the journalists had trouble verifying her story. No embassy, no government office, no map could confirm Torrenza's existence, yet the passport looked genuine. People theorized wildly. Some believed her to be a spy, testing the airport's security. Others thought she might belong to a secret, unrecognized nation. A few murmured darker, almost fantastical explanations. A woman from a world beyond our own. A visitor from a realm invisible to the rest of humanity. Online, theories multiplied by the hour. Some claimed Torrenza was a hidden country that had existed for centuries, but was erased from maps by global powers. Others believed it was a parallel universe, briefly intersecting with our own, allowing one traveler to slip through unnoticed. A few conspiracy theorists suggested it was a utopia of intelligence agencies, a place where secret experiments and knowledge beyond human comprehension were stored. Some speculated that Terenza wasn't a country at all, but a collective consciousness, a nation made of people who could bend reality, and Anna was one of its emissaries. Others whispered about time anomalies, suggesting she had arrived from a future version of Earth, carrying credentials from a world that hadn't yet been created. Another theory spread like wildfire online, that Terenza was a safe haven for forgotten cultures, a place existing beyond geopolitical boundaries, invisible to maps and databases, its citizens able to travel discreetly while the rest of the world remained unaware. Anna's presence seemed to warp time slightly. She walked with deliberate steps, aware of every eye, every whisper, yet untouched by the panic and awe swirling around her. Officers scanned her passport repeatedly, using every device at their disposal, but nothing responded. Magnetic strips, hologram readers, biometric scanners, all failed. Every machine returned the same blank result, adding to the growing mystique of the moment. People in the crowd began forming their own stories about her. A young man whispered, "She's not human. Look at the way she moves, so composed. It's like she knows everything before it happens." A child tugged at his mother's sleeve, wide-eyed. "She's like a princess from a story," the child said. Even the mother could not hide the curiosity in her own voice as she shushed him. Hours went by. Higher authorities arrived to investigate. The passport was analyzed, scrutinized, even photographed under microscopes. And still, nothing matched. Anna never flinched. She remained a calm observer, drinking her coffee, smiling faintly, interacting with some passengers politely, almost as if she had come to entertain them, to reveal a mystery they were not yet ready to understand. Finally, after meticulous verification, she was allowed to proceed. She walked past the crowd that had frozen in disbelief, past the officers who had been forced to question everything they thought they knew, and disappeared into the airport lounge, leaving only stunned silence behind her. The story went viral. News outlets ran headlines within hours. Woman with passport from non-existent country mystifies airport staff. Social media users debated endlessly. Was it a diplomatic trick, an elaborate experiment, or something more inexplicable? Her passport was never verified. Terenza did not appear on any map. Yet somehow, the passport seemed more authentic than many real ones. Anna remained calm, smiling faintly, leaving a trail of mystery behind her that would persist for years. Online, she became a legend. People speculated about hidden lands, invisible nations, and secret societies. Some said her passport carried symbols not from Earth. Others claimed she was from a parallel reality, glimpsed briefly in our world. Travelers swore they saw her in other airports, moving through customs with the same grace, calm, and inexplicable authority. Every video clip added to the mystery. Her face seemed to glow slightly at certain angles. The passport pages shimmered in ways that defied explanation. Passengers felt an unearthly chill when watching her move. Even the airport's surveillance footage seemed distorted, as if reality itself bent around her presence. Anna became a story told in hushed voices. She was the enigma of the terminal, a legend born in the fluorescent-lit halls of a mundane airport. One person, calm and composed, had challenged the assumptions of hundreds of people in one morning and left the world questioning what was real. Weeks later, passengers and staff who had witnessed the event still whispered about her. They recalled the way her eyes caught the light, how her smile seemed to contain entire untold histories, and how her presence lingered even after she was gone. It became a shared experience, a story that no photograph could truly capture, no video could fully convey. And as for Anna, she faded into everyday life, leaving only traces of her mystery. The passport, the people, the videos. They all became fragments of a legend, a story that would be retold countless times. And yet, for those who saw her, the memory remained vivid. The calm, the poise, the impossible certainty of a person who had come from nowhere. Sometimes, reality is stranger than fiction. One person, calm and confident, can turn an ordinary day into something unforgettable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want more unbelievable real-life mysteries, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss the next story.